Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel, your home for the truth behind the headlines, the drama behind the robes, and yes, the power plays behind the podiums. Today, we're unpacking another chapter in the never-ending political soap opera that is South African politics. And folks, this one has all the ingredients: a former president, a surprise ruling from the country's highest court, and the unmistakable voice of none other than Advocate Dali Mpofu SC, Zuma's legal heavyweight and self-appointed constitutional watchdog. So, buckle up, because we're diving headfirst into the MK Party's latest legal showdown with the Constitutional Court, and why Zuma is reportedly shocked after being denied direct access to challenge the appointment of Acting Police Minister, Professor Firoz Cachalia. Now let's get this straight. Former President Jacob Zuma, through his MK Party, brought what they thought would be a powerful case directly to the Constitutional Court. The goal? To stop President Cyril Ramaphosa from appointing Professor Cachalia as Acting Minister of Police. A bold move. Sure. A legally sound one. Well, not according to the Court. The Constitutional Court didn't just reject the case, they refused even to hear it. That's right. They didn't say, "You're wrong." They said, "You're not even at the right gate. No direct access granted." This is the legal equivalent of showing up to a black tie gala in your pajamas, and getting turned away at the door. Enter Advocate Dali Mpofu, a man never shy with his words, never lacking in legal flair. Mpofu came out guns blazing, revealing that Zuma was genuinely shocked by the decision. And you know, when Dali says shocked, he doesn't mean Zuma just raised an eyebrow. No. He means tea spilled, chairs shuffled, and legal papers thrown across the room. According to Mpofu, this was not just a court loss. It was a major strategic disappointment. The MK Party was banking on the Constitutional Court to fast-track their challenge. Instead, they were shown the long and winding staircase of legal procedure. No shortcuts. No express lane. Just red tape and cold reality. Mpofu told the press that they haven't decided their next steps yet, and will be consulting with Zuma to figure out what to do. And that right there, folks, is code for back to the drawing board. Or more accurately, back to Nkandla with tea and legal pads. Now, let's pause for a second and ask, why is this case so important? Why all the fuss about Professor Firoz Cachalia? Well, Cachalia isn't your average appointment. He's a seasoned legal mind, seen as independent, principled, and by all accounts, quite boring. Which in South African politics makes him dangerous, because boring people don't owe political favors. Zuma and the MK Party see his appointment as deeply problematic. Why? Possibly because Cachalia, as chair of the expert panel on the July 2021 unrest, previously made observations that didn't flatter Zuma. Let's not forget that unrest was one of the darkest moments in post-apartheid South Africa: hundreds dead, billions lost, and a security apparatus caught completely off guard. The appointment of Cachalia might be seen by Zuma's camp as a move to consolidate state power away from his sphere of influence. So, what's really going on here? Is this about policing the police, or is it about political survival? Because when you strip away the legal jargon, this is a power struggle. It's about who gets to pull the strings at the highest levels of government. And for Zuma, whose return to the political stage via MK has already ruffled feathers across the board, the stakes couldn't be higher. Now, let's zoom out. The refusal of direct access by the Constitutional Court is not just a procedural thing, it's also symbolic. It reminds us that even politically explosive issues must respect the process. You can't just jump the queue because you're a former head of state. You can't bypass the High Court and knock on the door of the Apex Court every time you don't like a presidential appointment. That's not how constitutional democracy works. It's not Uber Eats, you don't get express delivery of justice with a side of outrage. And yet, Zuma's shock is understandable. The MK party has built its narrative on challenging the so-called corrupt elites who they claim have hijacked the ANC and state machinery. Being blocked at the Constitutional Court may feel like proof, to them, that the legal system is aligned against them. It's a familiar theme in Zuma's political storytelling: betrayal, persecution, and the underdog fighting the system. But let's be clear, this isn't over. Mpofu's vow to consult and reassess suggests they're already preparing another legal move, perhaps through the High Court, or even a fresh constitutional interpretation challenge. And if history is any guide, this legal war is only just getting started. Now, while we wait for Zuma's next legal step, maybe a press conference from Kendler, maybe another courtroom drama, we have to ask, what does this mean for the rest of us? Well, it signals more delays in stabilizing the country's policing leadership, more political noise when we need calm, and yes, more headlines that read like courtroom thrillers. And for those who follow South African politics closely, the saga has become strangely predictable: Zuma fights, courts reject, Mpofu responds, and the cycle repeats. It's like a legal version of Days of Our Lives, but with more wigs and less kissing. But here's the kicker. Every time this cycle repeats, it tests the strength of our institutions. And so far, those institutions are holding. The Constitutional Court said no. The law took its course. And while the political noise continues, the legal framework stands firm. Still, it remains to be seen what political fallout this will have. Will it galvanize MK supporters? Will it trigger another round of anti-Cachalia protests? Or will the country simply shrug and move on, too tired to care? Whatever happens, we'll be here to break it down for you. So if you enjoyed this deep dive into South Africa's legal political showdown, do us a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below. Do you think the court was right to deny direct access? Should Cachalia remain as acting police minister? Or is this all part of a bigger political chess game? Thanks for watching, everyone, and as always, stay sharp, stay informed, and stay curious. See you next time.